Hey guys, War Machine 395 here with a video review, this time of the high-grade Universal Century Jegan ECOAS-Type. I'm sure I've mispronounced that a great deal. So I bought this back in 2011 when it first came out. Alright, so basically I painted this guy way back in the day for the Gundam Eclipse Gym group build. So he's painted it all up, and he looks a little different from what they have on the front of the cover. It's back in my noob days, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so he doesn't look too bad. Taking the hands off and the accessories. I have that bad habit of just leaving the hands attached to the accessories so I don't lose them. So I guess I better start this review here. The head unit to start is, alright, so we'll take it, that's really stiff. It's disassembled. Alright, so this is the head unit. Try and zoom in a little bit. So it's got that most trademark feature of the Jegan ECOAS-Type is, of course, the head. Right, with the sensors, alright, mounted on this, kind of like a set of goggles, I want to call them, but I guess they really aren't. It's a visor. Alright, so you get two of those, one in the deployed position, and one where they're up, so that they can use the standard Jegan sunglasses, I guess. Alright, so, got that other set on. The kit also comes with the standard Jegan headgear. Alright, so it has, I lost those in a bin somewhere, but it's just the usual Jegan parts there instead. So basically, you can build the regular Jegan with this kit. You take off this chest armor and there's another part you put back on and you've got a regular Jegan again. Alright, so back to the neck again. That has a ball joint on it. It's very stiff, okay, and a hinge joint which allows it to move forwards and back. Snap that back on. Alright, onto the shoulder, which is probably one of the tightest shoulder units in the entirety of the Universal Century, and it doesn't help that I painted it. So the arm can move up and down just like that. Alright, so you can see the hinge there. Okay, and well as forwards and backwards. Up and down, forwards and backwards. Alright, so that gives it quite a bit of mobility right at the torso. The shoulder itself is actually quite robust as well. It's kind of got this drum in there, and the armor sits over top of it. Alright, so the arm can come up like this, about 90 degrees to the chest at most. Can rotate underneath, full 360, no trouble. I'm kind of going off screen again, aren't I? I have to zoom out. There we go. Okay, so in case I didn't see earlier, it's 90 degrees to the chest, and it can rotate 360 below the shoulder. I've zoomed too far out, haven't I? Alright, the hands are mounted on a ball joint. Okay, so you get the usual ball joints, movement, just like that, no trouble. Kind of that back in there. The waist unit, that's stiff too, is on a ball joint. Okay, so it can basically, after you get it on there tight all the way down, it doesn't move at all. And then if you pull on it a tiny bit, you get all over the place, no trouble. Alright, so push that down again and try and rotate here, and I'll show you where it ends. So it gets stuck on the back skirts, or back something. It doesn't really have skirts, which is one of the more interesting design cues of the Jegan series, I guess. The legs can go up this far before it hits something that's almost a skirt. Then the knees bend back a little better than 90. Alright, so the knees are actually probably the loosest part of this kit. Well, I'm still trying to drop them. So a little better than 90. And then the foot, straighten up that leg again, you can go forward this far, back this far, and then side to side just a little bit. It's not too bad overall. Stand them up straight again. Alright, so backpack is the next part. I'm losing the visor because I'm jiggling them all over the place. See if I can recall. Now these boosters on the side move. Alright, so they go all the way down to here and all the way forward up to here before they hit this cylindrical part here. Okay? Now those are pretty much movable, the thrusters. The side skirts can go up to the side of the chest that far, and they can rotate because they're on a peg. Okay? Now, like the Jesta, which I reviewed as well, it has a grenade rack, which I can't open again. Is that right? You can kind of open it so it looks deployed, which is a cool effect. And I believe there's one more thing that I'm missing when I'm talking about articulation, and that is the waist unit here, or sorry, hips. So it has the hips right there, double ball joint, one on each side, and a hinge so it can flop back and forth relatively easy. Alright, so let's stand them up straight again, and we'll try and mount some of its accessories. Oh, before I forget. Alright, so, like I said earlier, you can make the standard Jegan out of this guy. So you pull off the extra heavy armor on the chest, just pulls it off, and it's mounted where the cockpit hatch normally is, so you just sit that back in there. Alright, and then bam, normal Jegan. Alright, plus you have the normal visor thing too. Alright, but there's not much point in buying this guy if you just wanted a normal Jegan. I think you could just paint him. Paint the normal Jegan in this set of colors if you desperately wanted it. Alright, so for accessories, comes with a beam rifle, which is actually different from the regular Jegan. I think that's the only thing that's really lacking to make a normal Jegan. I have the normal Jegan beam rifle here too from the Stark Jegan. If you were interested in borrowing one, you'd do that, I suppose. Alright, so this one's actually a little bigger, more robust looking. I like it a little better. Alright, so then you get the bazooka, which I think is probably the best one for this kit. You have a trigger finger hand, right, and that's mounted on a swiveling trigger. And this moves a little bit, right, not too shabby. What I like to have it posed like is bazooka over the shoulder. So you gotta get this in here, straighten the arm a little bit more, and then kind of alright, so you get the idea. Alright, so this guy also comes with a shield, the standard Jegan shield again. Alright, so that just mounts on the arm. It has a peg that goes into the arm there. I'll zoom into that. Alright, so that just pokes in here. It's not too shabby. Try to get this to come across the chest a little. So it looks pretty good, just like that. Looks nice. Alright. The last accessory is you get an open pants for both sides. So one here, zero where the bazooka is, and you also it seemed to have cut off on me. I apologize, but I managed to catch it before I went too far. So as I was saying, beam saber comes with, and I usually just leave the handle in here. Alright, and size comparisons, I guess, is now the idea. So we'll zoom out again. And for comparison, we have the Gym 3, which is also painted. Alright, so he's a little bit shorter than the ECOAS-Type Jegan. Alright, and then we have the Stark Jegan, which, if you count all the back kibble, I suppose is quite a bit taller. But really, same height overall. And I guess it's worth noting that a lot of the parts are differently sculpted on the Stark Jegan as well. So you can't build the normal Jegan with this one, but you can with this one, except for he's going to be differently colored. So if you're interested in the Jegan, you gotta kind of pick which one if you like most, really. Are very different qualities in each. Well, I guess that's it for this review, and thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you at the next one.